If you've been anywhere near a television or radio today, you've probably heard that President Trump has signed the $908 billion stimulus bill for COVID-19 economic relief. In today's video, we're going to go over the breakdown of those numbers and the things that we'll probably want to keep an eye on in the coming months. Okay, so $908 billion stimulus. Let's get right into it. $600 direct payment to all American taxpayers making less than $75,000. $1,200 to couples making less than $150,000. $166 billion to state and local aid. $20 billion for businesses in low-income communities. $288 billion for small business. That's the Paycheck Protection Program. $45 billion for airlines and transportation. $16 billion for vaccines, testing, and tracing. $15 billion for theaters and live venues. We have $25 billion for federal rental assistance. $120 billion to extend jobless benefits. That would be extending unemployment insurance for an additional 10 weeks at $300 payments per week. We have $82 billion set aside for schools, and within that, $54 billion for public schools, $23 billion for higher education, and there's $4 billion governor's relief package. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to be. We have food assistance, that's $13 billion going for food stamps. We have $13 billion in farmers aid and $10 billion set aside for childcare. Now, on top of that, one thing I find interesting, $2.3 billion for a submarine. What that has to do with stimulus, I have no idea. We also have $7 billion set aside for broadband for low-income families. The total of all stated allotments is $822.3 billion. The stimulus bill is $908 billion, which leaves $85.7 billion unallotted. Even if you factor in a 1% variance, which would take it to $830 billion allotted, that still leaves $78 billion unaccounted for. And my question is, what unnamed projects have been earmarked under that $78 billion?
Can we do it any better than what we're doing it now? Are there things in this bill that shouldn't be there, Congressman?
I'm sure there are, and I'm sure that not one member of Congress has read all 5,593 pages. So, yeah, there are plenty of things in there that shouldn't be in there.
What secret projects and budgets are so important that Congress pushed back on President Trump's request to increase the direct payments from $600 to $2,000?
POTUS wants complete space dominance, boots on the moon by 2024. To that end, the president is creating a new branch, Space Force.
Once President-elect Biden is in office, he's promised additional aid to the American public. And I expect that once the negotiations start for the next round of stimulus, people will forget all about the extra unallotted billions from this current stimulus package. I guess that's just business as usual, but eventually the bill's gonna come due. Somebody's gonna have to pay it, and you know who that's gonna be. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole fiasco, and as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.